Are we good?
To go.
Hello, welcome to Afternoon Vibes today.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we thank God for another beautiful day, and we are glad to see your
Beautiful
imaginative faces
and handsome
faces
faces,
and imagination.
because we trust that it is.
Exactly. Yeah, my name is Shayo John Adebayo, and my partner here is
Akinwali Deborah.
yeah, and this is Afternoon Vibes. Coming to you live from Redemption Television Ministry, RTM, Nigeria, Africa, world. Yeah, today is spontaneous gist. Actually, we're actually going back and forth, giving it a particular topic, but the word, we don't want to, come out straight like that, because it's more like,
But we are coming out straight.
more like, when people drag people online, like, they are dragging this person online. So today we want to drag ourselves.
It is called Dragon Day.
And I think I'll start with this lady here beside me.
Don't worry, I got it.
And then we're bringing
I
you
got
into-
you.
Alright, so we'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it's Afternoon Vibes and it's Spontaneous Gist today. Today is Dragging Day. We want to drag ourselves today. Yes, I know you're surprised that, hey, who are we dragging? Yeah, we're dragging me, we're dragging her.
They're dragging you.
Yeah, actually, what brought about this, I think it started first with a thought, like, oh, the year is rounding off, and this is October. October is almost gone. Today is 25th of October, and after October we have just November.
Less than 90
In fact,
days.
the year is already, it's as good as ended already. Now, I was just thinking, okay, many of us have so many great things we had in mind to achieve this year. Now, this is October. The year is ending. We're in the Baba season rather. So, how much of those things have you been able to achieve? I actually, came to a conclusion that a larger percentage of people have not been able to achieve most of those things, not because of maybe there's one battle that is contending against them.
Village people.
Or maybe the condition of the economy or whatever. Of course, these are all factors, but I, based on, different people's experiences I've seen, what I've heard, what I've seen, I came to a conclusion that many people are largely responsible for where they are presently. You understand? Those things you have not achieved. And that's I said, we're starting from us here before we bring it to you. So those things that we've not been able to achieve, those things that, have just been in paper and it has not left paper, or they are just in our imaginations. Yeah. It has not become reality. It's not because any power is, of course, there are forces that are contending, but ultimately many people have actually not really taken, the right steps, make you understand, like you've not really, I think we're saying something yesterday, how you need to be aggressive when it comes to, acquiring wealth. So I realized that many people have actually taken life too easy, too easy. Just a tiny percentage of people that have understood that life is warfare, and they've taken it with that, mindset, and they're actually getting the result. So I said, oh wow, so we need to drag some set of people on the show today. And of course, I asked myself to, Brother Shayo, how far,
Sounds like Brother Shaggy.
So, and I actually, if I want to be sincere, I'll say that truly I'm not totally guiltless. So, and of course, this is a spontaneous gist. But I've not come to make you, so that someone not start crying. It's true.
Well, if you've got to cry, maybe you need to cry.
Yeah. So,
or make the difference.
Yeah. So, as much as we're trying to make it, relaxed. So, Debbie, we start now. Are you ready for me?
Well, the same way you should be ready for me.
No, you can't,
Oh, wow. Right, so we're talking about we dragging ourselves. In short, self-evaluation.
Yeah.
So, what are the things that you have planned? What are the things you used to do in the early days of the year?
New Year resolution.
New Year resolution. Now, can you go and open that book again?
For some people, will be scared to even go near the book.
One line at a time and check. Have I been able to achieve any of this? At least 60%. If not, why? Is the why in quotes? Is that why a reasonable why? Is that why a valid why or an excuse? Sometimes it can be an excuse. It's not my fault. It's because, well, sit down and think. Is that an excuse or a reason? Something that is reason enough. Not something that you're given so that somebody will understand you don't understand. It's true. No matter how true it is, you might still remain where you are for many years. But but we still understand. That's the truth. But you yourself, to thyself be true. We just said that some minutes before we came on show. To thyself be true. What are the things that you would have done better? What are the things that where would you have been now if you had taken that particular step you would have taken? That particular step you would have taken in February and you felt it's too late. But there was a status that somebody posted, and that thing got me thinking. It said, if you're meant to do a training, and maybe it's meant to be for 4 years, and you're 40 years, and you feel like, I'm too old for that training. He said, the truth is, in the next 4 years, you'll still be 44. But are you going to be better at 44, or you're still going to be the same at 44? You will still be 44. You might feel like, now I will not use 4 years of my life. That 4 years of your life, at that point of the 44, what will become of your life at that point? So nothing. There's an actress that I heard that when she was 40, she went for a training abroad. I think she went for a course and something, and now she's bigger and better at 40. If she had felt like she was so old, she might be 50. I think she's now 50 or so. She will be 50 in the long run, but still where she was. Not necessarily still just an actress, because I'm not sure she was doing so well as an actress, but now she has a great position in the abroad, and she's doing very well for herself. So don't think you're so old for that thing you want to do. Yes, at some point it happened to me. So I wanted to do a course, and I was like, it's too late. That I'm meant to have been doing this as and now. I'm meant to have been doing this. I'll not just be going for a course. But thank God I did the course, because I'll soon be done, and I'm the age that I'm meant to be, but better.
But better. Wow. I don't know if you get the point. She's trying to.
For the excuses you want to give. If you are feeling like, I'm too old, you're not so old for whatever you want to learn. When I was in school, though it's funny, but there was a man of 70 something years that was in medicine. I don't know what he wanted to use it to do, but he actually did it. And I think there was a time that they even failed him for a course. I was wondering, why will you fail this kind of man? I think he was even older than 70, because he walks very slowly to class. Before he gets to class, I'm sure he will use about hours to get to class, but he was in school. I think they said that he had it in his mind that before he dies, he wants to have a certificate of being a doctor. Imagine that age. How old are you? No matter the age, it's not too late to learn that which you want to learn.
Yeah, so breaking it into categories now, I think that's category one. Those who believe, I'm too old to achieve this or to go for this, and those are part of the lies that life gives us. Yeah. You understand? And I like the way Debbie presented it, that your why, that's your reason. Is it why enough? Is it, worthwhile, or just an excuse? You understand? There are some people that genuinely, their why, that's the reason. It's actually still understandable to you know, an extent, while a larger percentage of people is just an excuse, So that's the first category of people.
Sorry, let me chip it in. He said, "Is your why worthwhile?" I think it sounds sweet and it makes sense. So think about it.
I didn't prepare.
Say something.
Yeah, please note that. Quotes by
Shaya John.
Is your why worthwhile? Well, I need to put down my status. All right.
Right,
so, and don't forget, we're talking about if I was driving today. Yeah, so that's the first category of people, and you know, we can't oversay this because there's a lot of people that have remained on the spot. They've not, you know, taken advantage of many opportunities just because of the reasons that their mind gives. And there's a way the mind works. When you, at first, when an idea comes to mind, oh, what, it would be great if I take, you know, this course or something. Wow, good. Suddenly, you just, the same mind will start telling you, what if? Am I not?
Is this not?
You understand? And then you begin to listen to the what ifs, am I not, what of, and forgetting that life itself is risk. In fact, not risking anything is even risking itself.
Yes, actually.
You understand? So, and we've always heard that life favors the bold or something. There's a way they put it, like, you know, when you are courageous, when you approach life boldly with courage, you know, there's a way the universe conspires to even help you in what you are doing. So, like we have said, because we want to move to category 2, you know, so you've been given that excuse that maybe you are too old or you don't have the resources. See, somebody said, when there is a will, there is a way. That statement is very, very true. And at least I can tell you, you know, that experientially. When there's a will, there's a way. You understand? So the first thing is a will. You understand? You want to get something done. Of course, you need some amount of money to get started, or maybe to go for. It's not money you need first, though. The first thing is the will. There's a power, there's a force in every man that can actually connect and power the universe and attract the resources you need. You might not be able to get that particular thing, but there's a way you get something that will help you get that thing. You know, there's just a way life is designed to favor those who are bold and courageous.
Yeah, so, you even talked about what if. Now, somebody or some people say, what if you think what if? Why not also think what if not?
Wow, yeah, true.
If you think, what if at the end I don't pass, or at the end I now realize that it's not the thing I want to do, what if not? What if not? Sure. So go for it.
Go for it.
It will never be a waste of your time, I can bet you.
Yes.
You always get something out of it.
Yes, category 2. I think category 2, I want to drag. But I don't stop with this drag. Alright, category 2, I think should be those who are too slow. Okay, so those who are, you know, they say when opportunities meet with preparation, then that, you know, leads to a breakthrough. Who are not living prepared for opportunities.
Right.
Yes, because so, you know, when you're not living prepared, opportunities would always come. What happens is it that you don't even recognize the opportunity, or you yourself know that I'm not prepared for this, to even take advantage of the opportunity. So it just passes like that. And sometimes some opportunities don't come again, you know, until after a very long time. So that's the category 2, preparation in different areas. Now you are presently on, maybe you have a skill or you have whatever. You understand? You know, life is evolving, things are changing. So what are you doing also to, you know, prepare for a greater opportunity? You understand? Or just, you know, some people, okay, that will be category 3. Let me not go to that. So what are you doing? Now that's the question. What are you doing? Are you just, you know, there's a word you used before we came live, complacent. You know, complacent, just okay with the status quo. You understand? You go to work, you come back, you go to church, you know, life is much more than that. Life is much more than we just doing the basic things. You understand? There's much more. Hey,
right. So now about what to say. Yeah. I can come from the angle that if you also had in your writings of the year that you want to get to a particular stage, have you taken Are there courses that you need to take to be eligible for that stage? Are there things you need to learn? Yes. Are there things you need to learn? Are there things you need to do? Because when the opportunity now comes, you now realize that you are not even ready for that, or you are not even eligible for that. So they might not give it to you, and the plan of the year, maybe you even maybe you jumped the gun on what you wrote on the plan of the year. But that's possible. Maybe you're meant to you're in a position at work and you want a higher position. But normally you're meant to go for a course, but you never write that this year is for the course, and next year you might go for the. But because you are eyeing that level, you are just hoping that this year, let me do more at work. And that course is something that would have helped you, but you are jumping the gun to want something that you are meant to get with a process, but you are jumping the process. So it's possible because next year now you might write another one. You need that process for where you're going. Yes, I wanted a kind of job, but I realized that I was not eligible for that job. So, and that was the course I was saying that I went for. That I was thinking I was too, in quotes, how many is my age? Like I used to say, I felt I was too old for that, for the process, because I was feeling like I'm meant to be doing this now. But well, I was not eligible for that, but I needed to do it. So I needed to use this year to go through that process. Then next year I might say, okay, now I'm ready for it. So don't jump the gun even in your plan for the year or plan for your life. That might make you always have that same plan without achieving it, because you are not going through the process.
And talking about this young lady here, I must really commend you, because that course she's talking about, it's something worthwhile that she actually, I'm sure was part of the plan at the beginning of this year, and this is towards the end of the year, and it's almost done. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
But I'm still coming for the dragon. Yeah, so like we said, still talking about preparing for the opportunity. So I like that angle, go for the courses. And in fact, I don't know if you've heard something called Google Digital Skills. There are so many, there's a particular time that every time I go on YouTube, when I want to watch any video, is that advert that comes first, Google Digital Skills, Google Digital Skills. And there's a lot, in that for you. They train you, you get certified, and you can actually take advantage of some of these things, and you add it to your CV. You understand? I recently I was speaking with someone, and she said she has about 12 or 14 certificates. I said,
wow,
I was
okay.
So when she started, I said, sir, I took this, I did on Java Man, I did this. Oh, so that's wisdom. But in your CV, there's a way you use English.
Yes, I use English for 5 years.
You understand? So that alone can, give you a preference, give you an edge over somebody else who is, we're talking about preparing for an opportunity. Somebody that just call you, oh, you are into this. Okay, there's an opening, there's an opportunity. Bring your CV. Don't forget, other people have people too. You understand, that would come for that same opportunity. So something has to give you an edge. So you need to always, think about the future. Live your life futuristically. You understand? So think about the future. Think about opportunities. Be optimistic. You understand? So when you think, like that with the future in view, it will help you to, do what you need to do. Like, Debbie rightly, did. I'm sure she saw beyond her present, state. She saw beyond her present circumstance. Oh, I could actually get a better offer. I could actually, get better opportunities. What do I need to prepare myself and position myself to be able to, get this? And she went for it. And, kudos to her once again.
Thank you.
But that's not what I have in mind.
I know you still come.
So I think I'm sure somebody is getting inspired and getting challenged. You understand? Actually, we'll have make it dragging really, but we don't want somebody to be crying now. So that's the category 2. And looking at our generation, this age, we have so many people that we can actually learn from their stories. You understand? We have so many people who rose from grass to grace. You understand? But if you check, their story, you see that the point where they had the breakthrough, there was something they had already, maybe like a level of preparation. You understand? That opportunity met, and then it led to their breakthrough. So the opportunity has been coming. Maybe you've been missing some of them. Another one is coming. You understand? So how prepared are you? Then what are you even seeing about yourself? What are you, because that's another thing, because opportunities, if you're not seeing anything about yourself or you're not seeing beyond your present state, opportunities can be staring at you, just as I'm looking at the camera now, and you're looking at your TV screen now, can be staring at you like that, and you don't even know it's an opportunity for you, because you have, I don't know, maybe you have not trained yourself to see beyond. And you know, I also believe one of the things that is responsible for that is some of the things we expose our minds to. You understand? You know, that the mind is a receiver, just be bringing it. You know, some of us, the things we, you know, spend most of our time doing are things that do not really help our minds to think at a level. Some of us do too much of movies.
It even depends on the, you know, some movies will even help your mind.
Some.
Yes. So it depends on the kind of movie you're watching.
But some people are really addicted. They can watch. You know, so I'm not saying movies is bad, but I'm just saying that after the movies, do you read books? Do you go online to, you know, watch videos that will help your mind, that will challenge you, you know, that would, you know, so all of these things help our minds, you know, open our eyes to see. There are a lot of opportunities online, you understand, but many of us just carry big phones, and then we are not really, okay, we have entered the dragon realm now. You know, we just carry the big phones and we are not really maximizing it. You understand? We have data, just watch TikTok, Instagram.
Some don't even know what their phones can do.
Yes. Some don't. Yeah, exactly. And you know, look at today now. We have different apps that can do different things.
Oh God.
You understand? Different apps. Before I started editing on the software, I was editing on phone. You understand? Using combining different apps. And at some point, I started offering service to clients, editing on phone. Can you imagine that? You understand? And seriously, when I was being paid,
yes, no.
Yeah, but I used to spend more time on the videos, you understand, because you know I was limited in resources. But I kept challenging myself. That it got to a point in time that some of the clients then did not know that all these things was from phone. You know, you can bear it business. You understand? So, but what I'm trying to say is there's a lot more that you can achieve if you open yourself to the, you know, opportunities around. They are all around us. So let's allow you drink water on this one. Go and enjoy.
You can go and ease yourself.
This music, and we'll come back to continue. All right, we'll be right back after the break.
But then you came in and you rewrote my story. I don't wanna go there, don't wanna go there. I don't wanna go there, I don't wanna go there. So I beg you, say, take my will and make you break me. Me, I want to be a vessel, like I leave a hunting. And I like the way you slow me down. Anytime I hit the road, my way no pleasure. Cause you got me on your mind now. I'm always on your mind now. You got me on your mind now. I'm always on your mind now. You got me on your. I know they gon' try to tease us. All the lights them they try and entice us. Many people don't they try to trap us, but I recognize the devil when he try to deceive us. So nah, to God I surrender. He calls me my child, I call him my father. So I beg you, say, take my will and make you break me. Me, I want to be a vessel, God leave a hunting. And I like the way you slow me down. Anytime I hit the road, my way no pleasure. Cause you got me on your mind now. I'm always on your mind now. You got me on your mind now. I'm always on your mind now. You got me on your mind. Mix Wonders Magic.
Welcome back to Afternoon Vibes. Yes, it's spontaneous G's like we've been having it. And today we said we are dragging ourselves. Yes, we've not been.
Before we continue, so I will not forget the guy that just sang.
Shout out to Limo Blaze. Yes, we heard that today is his birthday. Happy birthday, Limo Blaze. Long life and prosperity. We love your songs. We play it a lot.
Exactly.
So, God bless you and thank you for blessing us with all your songs and rhythms.
Yes. Shout out to our viewers who have been, consistent also, following the show. I think yesterday these are the people that engaged with our show yesterday. We just want to, give a shout out to you. Vic, if you're watching, thank you.
Thank you.
Oluwa Damilola, Victor, Diko. Thank you so much.
We see you.
You are seen. Adebayo, Alex. Thank you so much. Ebu Christy Enegide.
Hey, Oshe.
I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it correctly. And then our one and only Babalola Olariwaju Larry B. Yeah, besides you, sir.
Thank you.
And my brother from Kogi State, Thompson, Mr. Thompson. Thank you from Kogi State.
Yeah, we saw your message. Thank you.
So actually, we used to get feedbacks behind the scene. I'm enjoying your show. I used to, but we also would appreciate that you be part of the show, contribute, comment. You understand?
Go online,
or you send it via WhatsApp. The number is always displayed on the screen. +234 7064 246933. So be part of the show. That's how we know. Okay, you're actually following and you're enjoying the vibes. You understand? And then once in a while, you can just say, you guys send your account number. I'll just say.
Just encourage us. Any of that right. So coming back to our drugs.
That afternoon vibes. In fact, the next episode. Oh God.
You will enjoy.
Sorry, that was on the lighter note actually. But if you give us enough. All right, then we back to business.
So we're talking about dragging.
Yeah, I actually have some.
I made me forget what I want to say. So we are talking.
Yeah, I actually have some other categories that I've written down here. We've talked about those who are those who are not prepared, who are not always prepared. You're not living prepared for opportunities. Earlier we talked about those who always give into excuses. You understand? You always give what if, and Debbie has said,
what if not?
Change the what if to what if not. So another category is those who are good at conceiving great ideas. They are always conceiving ideas. I have this idea, I have that idea. They have bank of ideas, but they have never taken a step to execute any of these ideas. The universe is governed by laws. There's one of the laws called the law of action. The law of action. Ideas would not birth themselves. You have to take the step. You have to break that big vision, break it into smaller particles, and then take the first step.
Yep.
They said the journey of 1,000 miles begin with just a step. You understand? If it's 1,000 miles, then when you take a step, you have
it remains 999.
Exactly.
You are closer.
You are closer. No way to 1,000 miles.
Closer.
One step
1,000.
is not a mile.
Oh wow! Very true. But at least
you're
getting closer.
You understand? So now, and this one, I think this one we really need to emphasize more on this particular one, because there's a lot of people that have so many ideas, and you have not taken. In fact, you have become, your second name is idea. And in a way, I can relate with this. In fact, if I want to be realistic, I want to be sincere with myself. If I want to put myself in one of the categories, I think partly I would put myself in this category, but to a very minimal extent, you understand, because I've learned to deal with myself too through life. But if I want to still be very sincere with myself, I think I'll put myself in this category to a very little extent, you understand. And you have to be true to yourself until you can tick yourself 100%. You understand? There are some people that they are blessed with, receiving ideas, conceiving ideas. But you also need to train yourself to bring those ideas from the imaginative realm to physical reality. Nobody will celebrate the ideas when it's in the imagination. You understand? All the great things we are celebrating today in the entertainment industry, look how people are coming up with great ideas, great creativity. Now, in the comedy industry, what we used to know was stand-up comedy or acting, stand-up comedy. But after that time, somebody came up with maybe he's good at mimicking someone. He made that his own style. That somehow became an industry.
Yeah.
You know, another time, you know, people are just coming up with different stuff. There's this guy that he would cut words from different ministers of God. He will now make a storyline from it.
His name.
He used to use that GO very well. No, when they
3310.
said, the Lord is good. He will just be putting his own words. That's something. Somebody that alone can, you know, spark up something in thousands of other people, and that also becomes an industry. Do you understand?
Yep.
Kenny Black, you know, though is both secular and gospel, but you know, he saw that okay, I can make people laugh and I can also sing. He matched the two together. We can also, you know, that is also standing as maybe an industry too. You understand? Comedy, music, comedy, or something. So what I'm trying to say is that's just in the area of, you know, entertainment. There's so many other things, so many other. So come up with that and start it. Okay, you want to write a book, you don't have the resources. You know, I said earlier there is no money you need first. First is a will. So you want to write a book, the idea is you know, is the fire is hot in your brain, but there's no resources. You've met different people, nobody is ready to support you, and that's how it usually is. Nobody wants to support you when there's nothing. They will support you when they can see.
Some don't even believe that it can work.
It can work, exactly. So what do you need to do? Break it down. You can start. You can even be using your WhatsApp status. Just be putting snippets of it. You'll be surprised that people are following, and you keep praying, you keep preparing. Somebody can just even call you, hey, all of this, your wonderful quotes. Don't you think about putting it into a book? You just say, yes, so I've had that in mind, but there's no resources. Really, the person might not even be able to help, but you can say, okay, I have somebody that can actually, you know, life will just bring the opportunity to you.
Now, if you hear what he said, the person was not giving quotes in his mind. He was not just saying, deep. And it remained in his mind. He maybe put it on statuses for people to see. Yes, we used to say that when there is a vision, there is a provision. But if that vision is not, even the Bible said, write it down, make it plain, so that when people see it, they'll be able to run with it. If there's nothing to see, there's no way you will get provision. So yes, we said that money is not the first thing. Of course, money is very important. But the reason money is not the first thing is like something like this. You have an idea, you post it out. Maybe you share it with people that will believe it. And then after I've broken it into bits, you can tell them how you want to start it. It's very realistic and we can see the next step you want to make. Not just giving them the large picture and we feel like, how do you want to get there? But when you can give what step by step whatever of how you're going to get there, it sounds realistic. You can write it down, or even while saying it, it sounds like writing it down, making it plain. Then it will be easy to put the pro on your vision, the provision.
Thank you very much. That's good. And then the next category, based on what I have here, is also, I think I missed. Okay, yeah. This one is also very important. Those are people that, you know, we're talking about those who are always slow to. Are we talking about those who are slow to take action? You're not talking about those ones?
Haven't.
Okay, maybe we'll come to that. You understand? Okay, let's talk about slow to take action first. Now, that's another angle. You know, there are some people that they are just slow to take action. They need people to push them. There are people like that. They are naturally not people that, you know, just go.
I can say I'm like that, child. Don't let us lie.
You know, so for people like that, now if you have observed
even
yourself,
somebody said about that group.
so if you have observed yourself to be like that, it's not a crime. Yes, so we're not all the same. Now what you need to do is God would always put people around you who would help you one way or the other. There's somebody around you. It could be your spouse, it could be your friend, it could be your sister, it could be your brother, it could be your mom, it could be anybody.
It could be the house help.
It could be the house help that God would be using to, or that God can use to push you. So just find a way to leverage on that relationship. I don't know if you get it. Someone like me, I'm not like that. I am, you understand?
Go getter.
You get it. So if you have someone like me around, you know, and I'm always willing to also support, like any way I can help, be of help to people. And you have someone like me around, you can maximize that relationship. Like, okay, I have these things to do. You know what? Okay, all right. So me, I can. Oh yeah, let's go there. Let's, you know. So like that, it helps you too. But instead of, okay, you know that you are not someone that really goes for things and you just keep like that, you just stay. Time will just be passing and many things will not be done, will not be achieved. As a matter of fact, okay, we just celebrated somebody's birthday and when I heard his age, I said, I compared his age to my age. I said,
Wow.
I need to start this journey with myself. You know, and that is just the truth. You understand? Of course, I'm not doing poorly too, but man, until we get there, we must not
I'm
be
not
relaxed.
getting there.
You understand? We've not gotten there at all. Don't deceive yourself. You understand? So people are making things are happening. Now, if you go and ask him now, it wasn't rosy.
Yeah.
You understand? Like luck smiled on him or something. Hello.
Or he was born with gold or bronze spoon.
Have you observed? Even if he was born with a silver spoon, whatever thing. If you don't learn to stand for yourself and take responsibility, even if your father is the richest in the world, you will still suffer. Because at some point, you will have money literally, but it will be worthless. Because your life will be without impact. You just have money for fun. Just money.
That's dragging.
Yeah, okay, man. That was, are you getting it now? So, life is, so it's not about maybe everybody has to face their own wilderness, face their own fire, face their own. You understand? So we're talking about those who are always slow to, take the action. So do something to help yourself. If you don't have anybody around you, maybe you're saying, but I don't have anybody around you to, motivate me. Then go online, watch a message. You understand?
You'll be pushed.
There are some motivational videos that even the background music they use will be driving you. What are you doing? Your life is a waste. You say, hey, say God. You understand? Are you getting it now? So just do something to help yourself. You get it, and then gradually, with being intentional, you just see yourself stepping out of those things. Like the one we said now, to me now, I've been challenged. Like this guy is this age, and he has achieved this much, and I'm also, doing something similar to that. What am I doing? Jesus. Okay, I will drive myself later after the show. So now, do you want to add something before I go to the next category? All right. So the next category, hey, this one too is these ones are the direct opposite of those who are slow to take action. These ones, Jesus, they have spring on their legs. They have spring under their legs. They are always quick to launch. And now it's not bad in itself, but where it's bad is when you just launch out without direction, without counsel, without instruction. Don't forget, whatever it is you want to do, there are people that have done it, they have gone ahead of you.
There's nothing new under the sun.
There's nothing new, you understand? So you can't just be the alpha omega of all your plans. Who are you submitting to? Who is your mentor? Who can talk to you like, oh no, don't do it like that.
Who's checkmating you?
Exactly. Don't just go all out like that, because you make many mistakes and you not be learning from your mistakes. You understand? That's not the best way to learn. It's good to learn from other people's experiences than you learn from your own experience. So if you have that, of course, that nature or like now is both a strength and can also be a weakness if you don't put it to check. You understand? So, and that brings us to you having a mentor. You need to have a mentor, not a role model now. A mentor that you have access to. You understand? That can really guide you. That I've seen. Look at two different, maybe two 16-year-old boys now, and then two of them set out to achieve the same thing. Let one of them have a mentor, the other person no mentor. In the next 4 years or in the next 8 years, come back to check them. The one that has a mentor is most likely to have gone farther and achieved more than the one that does not have a mentor. Why? Because the one that does not have a mentor, he will be the one testing the waters by himself. Oh, this one is wrong. So while he's doing that, merry-go-round, the other person has leveraged on the experience of the mentor. That means like standing on the shoulder of the mentor and seeing far. So, who is your mentor? Do you have a mentor?
Who is your mentor?
Maybe you're too quiet.
Yes. So, who is your mentor? What are the things you have gathered over time, even for that thing you want to do? Even for we're talking about preparation, but it's not only about going for a course or something. We've talked about checking things online. We've talked about meeting people to talk to people. You need some experiences that are not yours to get to that place you want to get to early. If they are yours, you won't get it early. You might get there, but you might be old. But if you can gather things from people, if you will get to that place you want to get to. So now we are in October, we are getting to the end of the year, and another year is starting. If God tarries, by the grace of God, we'll be alive to see it. What are the plans? Now make realistic plans, make realistic goals, make realistic things that are going to break down, like he has said, into months, into quarter of the year to say that, okay, I'm hoping to be this by the end of the year, but this is the process I'm ready to go through to get to that point and all. So don't just jump the gun. If you think that you're slow to action, like you said, work on having people around you that are ready to push you. Don't run away from pushes. Some of us too will not be running from people that are ready to challenge us. You'll be like, you're stressing me. These are the people we need around us. If you cannot take the action yourself, it's not because you are lazy many times, it's because of the kind of person that you are. You might, if you can work on it, work on it. If there is, while you're working on it, you need to still achieve some things. Have people around you that will push you into getting that thing done, so that you don't have gray hair before you achieve that thing you're meant to achieve now.
Thank you very much. That's so touching. That's so touching. All right, there's a screenshot here, and we're going to be displaying on the TV now, and I want to read it, and I want you to read it too. It says, "R.I.P. to the opportunities we missed because of shyness and low self-esteem." You know what R.I.P. means? Rest in peace. And the opportunities we missed because of shyness, being shy, slow to act, having a lot of what ifs, and low self-esteem.
That affected me for a while. That was what brought me out. The thought of that, of opportunity lost, or opportunity that I knew I had lost, had to help make me be intentional about this low self-esteem and shyness thing. I had it too. It's not even all. Wow. I had it too, but I had to be intentional. I had to even pray. I had to, some places that I knew that now it was under the what if and what if not. Okay, let's bring it to the lowest minimum of, I want to approach somebody, maybe I need to ask for a permission to do something, and if I don't get the permission, I can't do it. If the person does not, okay, and if I get the permission, I can do it, but I'm scared of hearing a no, or I'm scared of what if it is a no, but what if not, what if it's a yes. So I just go with what's the worst that can happen. I'll get a no, so I go. So if sometimes think of the worst that can happen. The height is that you get it. It's not like you'll be beaten. It's not like you're going to die there. The height is that you get a no. Why just go for it? You get a no, you know that okay, it was going to be a no. What if you did not do it at all, thinking it was going to be a no? Later in life, you realize that the person was ready to give you a yes, but you never asked. There will be more regrets than you actually heard a no. I knew that I heard a no. So when somebody asks, why didn't you do it? They gave me a no. That why didn't you do it? I'm thinking. And later when the environment happens to get the answer later in life, I realized that it was meant to be a yes. You will regret it more. They said there is an old man that they asked what is his regret, or what are his regrets. He said he has more regret on what he did not do than what he did. Because even till now he does not know if he was going to have a yes of the thing, or if the thing was going to succeed or not, but he did not do them. But the ones that he did, the ones he failed at, he knew that at least I tried. The ones that he succeeded at, he was happy that he did. But the ones that he did not do anything about, he had regrets on them that he did not do them.
So, in other words, let's just ask ourselves, those things that you ought to have done that you did not do. So what are those things that if you had done them, or if you had taken that step, you have made that move, you actually be much better? You understand? What are those things that you've actually, this is like to yourself, be true now. You understand? Okay, you have a skill, you have a talent. What have you been doing to, develop that talent? You understand? The Bible says the gift of a man shall make room for him and bring him before kings. Don't forget, it's not a mediocre, talented person that will come before kings. Now, and there's a way all of these things is connected to our destiny. Now, it was David's destiny to go to the palace, from palace and all of that. You understand? That was how his journey, to becoming the king started. He started first from, they needed a professional harpist, and then the whole land. Imagine in the whole land, they recommended there's one boy. No, that was connected to his destiny. Imagine if David had not taken responsibility, if he had been lazy, not rehearsing, not practicing the harp, he's just playing around, playing football, playing this, watching movie, doing that. Now, by the time the opportunity came, now he would not fit into the picture. It will be another person they will call. Now, the whole story, how God has planned it, will have to change. Maybe God will have to use another means for him to get access to the parlor, but he will still suffer for that. Can you imagine?
Exactly.
Because normally by divine arrangement, he's supposed to come into the palace through that means, but he has failed in his own assignment over the years. So check yourself too. What are you failing at? What are you, refusing to do that might have an impact on your life or destiny in the future? Think about this. Think about this. Think about this. To the glory of God, there's something there's a service I'm offering recently, and I look at myself. I literally challenged myself. If God really helped me, I literally challenged myself in that particular thing to learn both night and day and all of that against all odds. Against all odds. Now, God has helped me, to a level in offering that service, and offering it to clients. So I'm now asking myself recently that this particular, client that gave me this job to do, and I say, if I had not pushed myself to learn to this level, because I know what this client wants. He wants excellence, perfect job. He cannot receive anything less. So for him to deem me, for him to see me as being able to deliver at that level, it means that I've actually got it. I don't know if you get it. This is my life, my true life. And I said, wow. But I can now appreciate those times of pushing, sleepless nights, and not just to learn fast on that particular skill. So, and it brought me money, Abby. But that money would not have come to me if I didn't miss. Even if the person wants to help me, like, okay, how can I help you? But what can you offer? Can you imagine? Now, the person was like, okay, he wants to, but if he wants to help and there's nothing you can deliver. So, in a way, so don't blame God for, when things are not working, or when, don't blame God, it's you. You understand? It's you. So, today's episode, as we begin to round up, is majorly to challenge you, challenge me, challenge every one of us. There's lots more that we can do than we are doing. You understand? And don't be discouraged. Like, okay, the year is ending. Let me just know that this year is gone. Let me just play through. Not start afresh January. No, because if, your body will have been used to that playing and not taking everything seriously. By the time January comes, before you get yourself, maybe like March next year. So you need to start now. It's never too late to start again. It's never too late to get serious. It's never too late to go back to the drawing board. Bring out the diary with confidence. Open it, even if from A to Z, I've not achieved anything. Encourage yourself. Yes, I can do all this through Christ that strengthens me.
And I think we even need to know that we don't need a resolution to be January to December. There was somebody that was asking that it is just calendar. Time is still the same. December 31st is still the same as January 1st. It is just calendar. So you can even start your resolution now till even October next year. That's a year.
Yes.
Or October to September next year, that's a year. So you don't need to have January to December, because if you have that mindset now, the next 2 months or 2.5 months is a waste in your life. So it's not just 2.5 months wasted. It is that your life in that 2.5 months has been of no use. And it has been, even in the future, you won't be able to recon for it or record anything that you did. Maybe you want to start, there are people that give their achievements in the year, clinical of months, clinical, I was able to do this. That those 2.5 months will just be a waste in your life. So you can start now.
Yeah, and there's a saying that your earning power is determined by your learning power, or something, that the more you learn, the more you earn. That's very true. Is there any bigger word than very true? Let's use. The more you learn, the more you earn. So your earning power is directly proportional to the level of knowledge that you have and that you live by. So the more you know, the more you can have. You understand? So in whatever you are doing, subscribe to acquiring knowledge. Have a schedule. You understand? It could be 5 pages per day. There was a time I was doing 5 pages per day. Like, it was not consistent then, but at least I had a schedule that, 5 pages per day, you understand? And you too can just do something that works for you, because there's so much that are in different books that would help our lives that we don't usually know. And like 5-10 years can pass, you don't even find that thing, you don't know. Because it's not everything that life will teach you firsthand. You understand? It's not everything that life will teach, because you can't be in different places at the same time. You can only experience your present moment at a time. But you can actually learn from different people's experiences. So, one thing you need to also do is to be committed to learning. You understand? Committed to learning. Make sure you read. They say readers are leaders. You understand? So great readers are great leaders. So if you want to lead in in your field, you want to stand out, subscribe to reading, subscribe to learning, acquire knowledge, be a person of knowledge, be knowledgeable, be sound upstairs. You understand? This will really have great impact in your life and in everything you do. You understand? Even the skill you have, if you are not constantly upgrading yourself, somebody will still use English, big English to have an edge over you with the client. That's the truth. You understand? Because clients wants to, especially maybe when you're involved in something that has to do with big money, the client has to pay big money. They will not just release their money to you like that. You have to know.
Have to look the part.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So it's up to you. It's up to you. As you lay your bed, you lie on it. It's up to you. Take responsibility for your life. Bishop David Oyedepo has always said that every man is responsible for the outcome of his life. So don't blame God. Don't blame your parents. Don't blame your dada. Daddy did not try. Daddy has tried. He has tried to bring you into this world. You understand? You do your part. Don't blame governments too. Yes, don't blame government. Don't blame anybody. Take responsibility for yourself. Yes, yeah, those factors are real. But the more you keep considering those factors, the more you keep depriving yourself of the energy you need to push.
Very true.
But the moment you shut down all of those excuses and you say, yes, I'm responsible for where I am, there's an energy that comes within, and then to push through. With that energy, you break through with the backing of God.
There's an energy to pull through. Without energy, you will break through. I'm just telling you, if you don't write anything, just write anything.
Yes, and you can go back to watch. If you're watching on TV, you can go back to watch this episode on our YouTube channel, RTM TV World or Redemption Television Ministry. We have 2 YouTube channels, and you watch it on a Facebook page, Redemption Television Ministry. You understand? You can always watch the replay. In fact, I would need to watch this episode again so that I can really drag myself well. You understand? Because we have to just get better.
Yeah, with these very few points of mine, we hope that
of ours.
We hope that after the dragging, you have stood up, you have dusted your clothes, so that
it was dragging
a little of it.
It was.
You've dusted your clothes, and now you're ready to do business with your life.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. My name remains Akinwale Deborah, and here is
Shayo John Adebayo.
Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
When the spirit is upon me, leave them, let them carry go. I will surely outrun it. Cause Oluwa is involved. So I don't listen to the noise. Plenty chariots they run for my front, but when I begin my run, it go be like say I dey on steroids. Yeah, bah. Elijah level. I want to Ferrari law. It's my normal level. I want to Ferrari law. So I'm more than able. I want to Ferrari law. Cause the spirit is upon. Elijah level. I want to Ferrari law. It's my normal level. I want to Ferrari law. So I'm more than able. I want to Ferrari law. Cause the spirit is upon. I'm not your regular. I know they think say I dey speculate. Big cool temper. No be number one, they always carry first. So no need to shiver. When my time come, everyone go believe you. Oh, no. Cause Oluwa is involved. So I no listen to the noise. 20 chariots from my front, but when I begin my run, it go be like say I dey on steroids. Elijah level. I want to Ferrari law. It's my normal level. I want to Ferrari law. So I'm more than able. I want to Ferrari law. When the spirit is upon me, oh, he's upon me, oh. Level. I want started to Ferrari. It's my normal level. I want started to Ferrari. I want started to